Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dewayne. I got a video for that Kimble, United States Army veteran and retired VA rating specialist. Why is a rationale critical as it pertains to a medical opinion that you submit with your VA claim? So today's video, I'm going to break down what is a rationale, what information goes into it. And as a bonus, I'm going to give you some topics that you need to put in a Nexus statement. Make sure you stick around. Okay, everyone, before we get into today's video, I want to remind you we have 2 monthly memberships. One is a YouTube membership, and you can get signed up by clicking the join link underneath this video. Our second membership, you can click the link in the description section. It will take you to the landing page. When you get ready to check out, make sure you input code KMD, Kilo Mike Delta, KMD 50 to get your first month 50% off. Also, make sure you go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. So, a lot of veterans, they reach out to me, whether it be in the comment section, email, or in the training, and they say, Dewayne, I got a IMO, independent medical opinion, Nexus statement, IMO, Nexus statement. But one thing they rarely ask me, what is a rationale? In my opinion, as a former VA rater, this is the most critical paragraph in the Nexus statement. So you know I got some slides for you. Let's go ahead and get into it. Slide number 1. Here in slide number 1, requirement for supporting rationale for medical opinion. A medical opinion is a conclusion supported by evidence, including current medical literature. Keep that in mind, medical literature, information obtained during examination, the veteran's lay statements, and pertinent evidence in the claims folder. Now, someone last year left a very important comment to a video that I did. And that they left in that comment, they cited a M21-1 manual reference that stated private doctors are not held to the same standard as VA C&P examiners and VA third-party C&P examiners as it pertains to reviewing the veteran's claims folder. Now, I will tell you this. If I was going through that process again, I would have my private doctor to review some information that's in my claims folder. Because, reason being, a lot of VA employees do not know about that particular M21 manual reference. So don't give them any ammunition not to accept your IMO, Nexus statement, to include the rationale. Let's keep going. When reviewing medical opinions, ensure the medical opinion responds to all questions asked in an examination request. Now, if you go to a private doctor, there's no examination request. What they're talking about is the 2507 medical request. Don't worry about what it is, because guess what? You know I got you covered. I got a video on that, all right? Medical reports, including opinions, must provide a rationale for any opinion rendered. If you're doing direct service connection, pre-service aggravation, secondary, you need a rationale to support that opinion. The rationale should cite any general medical principles used to support the opinion. This is where you got to get with that private examiner, show him or her this information and talk through it so they understand what is the rationale, what goes into it. Identify pertinent medical evidence. Okay, if you have an A1C test, make sure they put it down with the date. You got a sleep study, put it down with the date and the location, okay? And case-specific information relied on to support the opinion. So if the doctor gave you a positive opinion, how did he or she reach that opinion, okay? And you need all 3 of these. Demonstrate how the opinion was formulated. How did that doctor come up with that opinion? Okay? You have to do that. I know a lot of people are going to leave me a comment and say, Dewayne, well, what if they say this? Dewayne, what if they say that? And I'm going to say, go back and look at slide number 1 in this video. Okay? Now, I have some stuff highlighted, but I'm not going to read the entire paragraph. I'm only going to read the last sentence here. The rationale should provide clear conclusions based upon supporting data and analysis, including a reasoned medical explanation connecting the two. A reasoned medical explanation connecting the two. So they're just saying it a different way. How did the doctor come up with that conclusion? It's key. It is key. Now look at the bottom in the notes section. A medical opinion is adequate if it is based on a correct factual premise and the pertinent medical history and examination. So that doctor needs to be reviewing something as it pertains to your medical history. And then there's some additional bullet comments. So it goes back to what I stated earlier. That doctor needs to be looking at something, and more than likely, that something is where? In your VA claims folder. Okay? Let's keep going. Slide number 2. Statements from physicians as acceptable evidence for rating purposes without further examination. Oh, we've heard that before. 38 CFR 3.326, subpart B. That's something that I am going to be harping on in 2025 as it pertains to these private DBQs, because some VA employees are still rejecting veterans' private DBQs, and the main question that veterans are not asking these VA employees, well, why do you have them on your website when you don't want to use them? Or you failing to use them? What is the purpose of them? Okay? A statement from any physician can be accepted for rating purposes without further examination. Now, in the 38 CFR 3.326, subpart B, it has a word in there, may. Now, why doesn't it have it here? It's sort of conflicting and sort of confusing, okay? So this is where, when that happens, if they try to use that may against for rejecting your DBQ, come back with this M21-1. Find another 38 CFR. There's another one out there, okay? That's why when you come to my channel, I am going to educate you from a rater's perspective. Now, also keep in mind, not all raters rate like I did. I had to rate based on the 38 CFR and the M21-1, okay? Examination, if it is sufficient for rating purposes. That's in that 38 CFR as well, 3.326, subpart B, okay? And then you have 2 other bullet comments there. Now, examples. Diagnostic techniques generally accepted by medical authorities. Pathological studies, okay? X-rays and appropriate laboratory tests. So in the rationale, the doctor can put medical studies that were done that show migraines can be caused by tinnitus. Sleep apnea can be caused by PTSD or major depressive disorder. Okay? You have to understand these things. Let's keep going. We got the bonus. This is the bonus round. Nexus statement. Okay, here are some topics that need to be in a Nexus statement. In our monthly membership group outside of YouTube, we have 2 medical templates. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, we have 2 Nexus statement templates. I'm sorry. And my team and I, comprised of raters, we all actually rated at the same location, got the same training. We came up with Nexus statements, okay? And in there, you have the date. You have the veteran's name. You have the veteran's social security number. Doctor's profession and background. Now, I put optional because I know some veterans may not want that in there. I don't know why not. If I did it again, would I have to ask that doctor to put that information there? And it could be something like, what is their profession. They're a medical provider, they're a mental health provider. How long have they been working in that profession? Hey, where did they go to school? All that could be Google, but hey, be proactive and put that in front of the veteran. Oh, by the way, here's a couple more. Has the doctor wrote any medical articles on this particular topic? Has the doctor been involved in any medical studies? Same thing with the mental health provider, because that could tip the scales in your favor, because if that CMP examiner doesn't have those same qualifications, that same experience, and they reject your doctor's DBQ and Nexus statement, guess what you're arguing when you go to the high-level review? Hey, my doctor has all this experience. Look at these medical studies they've been involved in. Look at these medical literature or articles that they have written on this particular topic. Your doctor did not. Okay, let's keep going. Evidence review. Again, pull some information out of your VA claims folder for that doctor to look at. If you're filing a claim for tinnitus, it's a new claim. Why would they need to see your CMP exam for your mental condition? Okay, but some things they might want to look at: any audio tests, audiograms that you did, MOS, definitions of them, your DD-214 that shows your MOS if you were in combat, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Diagnosis, got to have a current diagnosis, okay? Medical opinion. Rationale, we just talked about it, okay? Make sure you go back and look at those slides. Even if you have to go to the M21-1, I gave you the name and the number of the M21-1, so you can go out and look at more references, okay? Doctors. Now, there are some sub-bullets underneath this. Name, printed, name, sign, examiner's area of expertise. Saying that a second time. Date, phone, fax, MPI number, medical license number, state, and address. Now, you may say, Dewayne, why do you have the medical profession twice? They could have missed it the first time. So if they come back and say, oh, well, your doctor didn't state what type of profession or history or anything like that. Oh, negative, Ghost Rider. Not only did they say it once, they said it twice in the Nexus statement. Okay, so don't think that that is overkill. Just be proactive. I know a lot of you are spending hundreds of dollars to get a DBQ and Nexus statement. Make sure that examiner is completing it correctly. For example, if you go to an examiner and they do a DBQ and Nexus statement, just say, hey, when you complete this DBQ and Nexus statement and I have somebody to review it and there needs to be minor changes, are you willing to change it or make changes and not charge me? Okay? But you need to know when you need a Nexus statement. Okay? Don't go out and spend hundreds of dollars to get a Nexus statement and you don't need one because you're filing an increase. That means the Nexus has already been established because you're currently service connected. With that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and as always, share this video with your fellow veterans. Thank you.